Coach. Thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He's able to find Wallace. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense. They
established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford caught by Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Pittsburgh. It's going to be a long day. Let's go. Hey, Alpha.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Stafford. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Hey, we're pretty quiet, team.
On 1st down at Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
22. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Coming.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
42's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
2nd and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
42, Mike 42. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Mike 42.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second quarter now for Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here,
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
180.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out comes Minnesota. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ready, ready. 15 line. 15 line. Like 22 is okay. Delta. There's a party now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Bravo. Watch the screen. Ready, ready.
Now back to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll look to throw. And he finds Cook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Olabisi Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep and got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Hey, high 7. 22, ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Hey, Zoo.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Danielle Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Now on 2nd and 16, Stafford, Marvin Jones, 30, the 20, touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 83 yards, and the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Stafford. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
6-man.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner with good timing.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he's going to go down again. Danielle Hunter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Stafford. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Danielle Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw is Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Bravo.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone. And it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Mike 22, Mike. Hey, Orbit. I'm coming up. You draw Corker.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Watch the curl.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They come out here in the I. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He's going to get it running right. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. And
that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.